robots are big at CES, and we have one here to show you right now. So what do we have here?
Well, we have Aeolus, which is our multifunction two-arm robot that we have been running quite successfully as a service in Japan for a couple of years now, and we're bringing it to the US market.
So can you tell me a little bit about how it works? What is it running?
Well, right now we are showing a demonstration here of how we get through facilities, because before we can do any of our services, we have to be able to get there. And so we go through doors by opening the handle and pushing the door open. We ride elevators by looking for the elevator panel and pressing the buttons, detecting what floor we're on, and riding from floor to floor. So first things first, get where the service needs to be. So that's what we're showing here in this demo. So we have two 7 degree of freedom arms with removable end effectors to provide different accessories for different services. We have 7 degrees of freedom plus the end effector in the arms. We have 2 degrees of freedom in the torso, as you can see it navigating here. We have 2 degrees of freedom in the head as well, and then the base drive down on the bottom. So a lot of flexibility in the kinematics of the robotic system. So the flexible gripper here is one of the new things that we're showing this year. And the flexible gripper is needed for heavier loads and for functions like the swing door opening, where we have to put a lot of torque on the handle, and it gives it a built-in compliance against that handle. Also, we're showing, as soon as it lifts his head up here, the new infrared camera that's in the head sensing suite, so they can operate in full darkness. So he just pressed the elevator button, the up button over there, and that's just demonstrating one of the vision plus manipulation tasks that we have to do in order to ride an elevator. After that step, he would detect when the door opens using LiDAR systems, and then he would make his way into the elevator, where he would look for the interior elevator panel and press the right button for the floor that he's trying to go to. He then watches for the highlights on the elevator panel. He also checks the pressure, right, how high he's gone in the elevator, and looks to see that he's on the right floor when he comes out. Once he's on the right floor, he'll do an operation. This is one of the services. This is a disinfecting service we built for the Asian markets during the pandemic. We reacted very quickly so that we could provide a compelling disinfection service that would allow us to do door handles, handrails, things like that in hospitals and elder care in a way that we keep the UV light contained and can do it where people are living, in elder care facilities and in hospitals. So that was a quick reaction capability we did during the pandemic. It's been very successful in the Asian markets. And it does a good job of showing off the dexterity of the robot and its manipulation. So we detect where the door handle is, we pose estimate the door handle, and then we develop the motion planning that allows us to take the end effector with the UV disinfection and put it right up against the surface, taking advantage of that inverse square law for disinfecting, getting the light right up next to the handle, and doing a very nice quick disinfection, 30 seconds in front of a door, and we move on to the next one. So we don't disturb people, disturb residents that might be living in the facility.
So what kind of operating system software are you running?
So we are using the ROS framework, and we have a lot of proprietary modules on top of that. So we do our own planning, our own manipulation, our own navigation, lots of vision work. So we do lots of proprietary modules in a ROS framework environment. And it's allowed us to really develop a lot of very compelling combinations of capability here, including 2 7 degree of freedom arms. So along with our navigation, one of the major things we are introducing this year is swing door opening. Well, swing door opening requires the full arm dexterity plus whole body control, so that we can actually open the door handle, push the door open, and drive on through all in one motion. We'll actually be showing that in our booth, how all that works. So quite a big stack of technology to make all that happen, from vision to manipulation to whole body control. Yeah.
Well, great. Thank you very much for showing us your robot.
Sure, absolutely. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.